What's up, guys? Mancake here with another My Player game for you. I've been doing something a little bit different lately, and that is I'm having the computer automatically call offensive plays. This is in large part just because I've been getting a little bit bored of My Player, and it's a great way to mix things up. Definitely changes gameplay up a little bit, and you know, some of these plays will be flawlessly run and they'll be awesome to watch, but at the same time, they are so easily broken by either yourself or the computer, so it's, you know, you kind of roll the dice a little bit, but you can almost guarantee you're going to get open looks no matter what when you run plays correctly. So it's pretty fun and entertaining, and it makes it a little bit more realistic, which is awesome in my book. That being said, some of these plays do take quite a long time to develop, so you do have to be patient, and that's pretty hard to learn early on. But, you know, I kind of just waited this play out, and I saw I had an easy one-on-one matchup, and I got a pretty nice last-second shot off there to beat the buzzer for the first bucket of the game. Great start if you ask me, but another thing, you know, as playing a center, I set a ton of picks in the plays, and, you know, for whatever reason, sometimes they just don't work. The computer just doesn't quite figure it out that I'm setting a pick or what, I don't know, but, you know, it's a little bit obnoxious, but keep in mind you can remove some of these plays from your playbook and switch it up before the beginning of the game. So that's kind of handy, and especially if you know a play that, you know, oftentimes breaks and doesn't work, that's a great thing to do. But as you can see, I got the block there, but there was a foul called on my teammate, so didn't get the sick block, unfortunately. Then again, you know, back here on offense, we're down, and I'm just going to go to work in the post, and Al Horford does not know what to do with me. I'm just shaking and baking down there and tie this game right back up. Even though it's still really early in the season, I'm beginning to think Dwayne Wade and Rudy Gay have a serious man crush on Payne. Seems like whenever I get a defensive stop, they're already 3/4 of the way down the court just begging for a wide open outlet pass for an easy dunk or layup. And, you know, that's great, but at the same time, they have a little bit too much faith in me, I think. And, you know, I could have sworn Mini Afro Man was going to throw down a vicious dunk here, but he just threw down a lame layup. But at the same time, he does have an afro, so I guess that's okay. Here I get a really easy alley-oop off the pick and roll, and to be honest, I'm always going to show these plays just because it's a really undervalued way to get an open alley-oop, and I use it all the time. Off of the defensive rebound here, I was shocked to see how fast Dwayne Wade was running that left sideline, so I decided to give him a pass, and he made me look good for the back-to-back G moment of the game. Dwayne Wade will do that for you. He's got some sick hops, and he ran that court fast. When my team actually slows down enough to run a play, it's kind of a bummer when we completely fail here. You can see Mini Afro Man took the complete wrong path, and Mario Chalmers just got stuck running into me for a good 5 seconds there, but I can bail him out here in the post, and that's what I try and do by finding Al Harrington when he misses. And I go for the tip-in, and I miss like a bum. Oh well, can't expect to make everything, but Mike Bibby just draining it in Mario Chalmers' face. And here's another example of Dwayne Wade having no regard for his team. Just decides to screw the play, pulls up over 4 Atlanta Hawks for the easy jumper, just right back at him. And you know, I don't know how I didn't block that shot, but Al Horford got the easy open look from Joe Johnson, and this is another great example of letting Dwayne Wade go to town. He's got an isolation play, and he sees Rudy Gay wide open once everybody collapses on him in the paint. And that's a wide open 3 for Rudy Gay. Great start, and Dwayne Wade blocking Joe Johnson. That leaves us on the break again, and Rudy Gay hits a pretty tough contested jumper there. So we've got a decent lead here in the second quarter, and don't know what Al Horford's doing here. Pretty nice segue, though. They talk about blocks here, and they show off my ridiculous number of blocks so far this season. And, you know, another chance for them to score here. 7-point lead, and got an inbounds play, which is really slow to develop, but eventually it leaves Al Horford wide open. He takes another dumb shot and gives me another easy block, just another reason why I'm leading the league in blocks. Here's an example of that play we messed up really bad earlier. As you can see, Rudy Gay runs a great route, but I messed mine up quite a bit. But thankfully the play doesn't break down, and I find the backdoor cutting Al Harrington with an easy layup in the lane. That was just a great example on how you should stay patient when you're running these plays. But as you can see, Joe Johnson is trying to keep his team in this game, but Rudy Gay has got a great answer for him with this sick reverse layup. Really thought he was going to dunk on me. I was a little bit scared there. I saw this play developing, but it really didn't matter. Josh Smith makes a sweet move and shot over my head. Just keeping this game close. These plays can be really fun if they're ran correctly, and here I was a little bit impatient. If I had waited for the screen a little bit longer, I would have had an easy open jumper, and instead I'm forced to wait for Rudy Gay to come open off that screen for the deep three. Just a great shot and good example of being patient in these play calls. And you know, I'm not really sure how this went in, but Mario Chalmers from about 35 feet for a deep buzzer beater. I love it, giving us a pretty comfortable lead going into halftime, 41-32 versus these Hawks. If I continue to run plays like this, I'm probably going to end up having to switch up my playbook because I really have no control beyond that over what plays get called, because some of these plays will get really old to watch. I understand that, but as you can see, you know, got to get back to my roots here with the easy tip slam. Didn't even look like it went in, but, you know, as I always say, I'll take it. Great tip slam, and, you know, got to clean up these boards as usual, but it doesn't matter when Dwayne Wade is hitting shots like that. As you can see, Rudy Gay's getting in on the action as well with a sweet move to the mid-range jumper over Marvin Williams' head. I'm going to be honest here, I wanted to call for an oop, but I got stuck in a really dumb shot animation. I hate that shot animation, but, you know, I'll take it. I should have really let Dwayne Wade take that dunk or whatever it was going to be, because it probably would have looked a lot better. But, you know, got to go back to where I should be, and that is in the post, and hit the pretty tough fadeaway, but, you know, it doesn't really matter when Joe Johnson is hitting crazy shots on the baseline. He's done that all game, just pulling up for these insane baseline jumpers. And lately I've found myself thinking about 2K11 quite a bit. If they do come out with a My Player mode that is less buggy than 2K10 was, I'm probably going to go ahead and play a more complete role, probably a small forward, just because I think I'm more of a complete player overall. I mean, I could shoot threes and dribble around like an idiot as a center, but you know, I try and keep it somewhat realistic. Playing a small forward would certainly allow me to throw down some sick dunks, a la Vince Carter or Jason Richardson, which I've long desired, but as you can see, this game's starting to get a little bit out of hand. And Dwayne Wade just ignoring plays altogether like that certainly isn't helping. I'm not really sure what Mike Bibby was trying to do there. I don't often block floaters, but I'm going to be honest, you might want to close your video now. This is just plain bad. Don't know what I was doing there. Thought Michael Beasley was going to cut to the basket and get that oop pass, but you know, I make up for it here with a sweet block, just swatting Al Horford's shot right out of the air. Here's just another example of Dwayne Wade completely ignoring the play call and doing his thing, which I'm alright with, especially if he's hitting shots like that. But this game is pretty much getting out of hand, and I finally get this play off correctly, which leaves me somewhat open for a pretty lucky mid-range jumper there. And the game is certainly winding down now, and defense like that really helps. And you know what's coming. D. Wade with the sick oop. Pretty lucky pass, honestly, but, you know, I've been getting a ton of assists this game, and, you know, the game's winding down, and I'm going to start forcing a couple of assists here. I just got subbed in, and there's only like a minute left in the game, and I only need one more assist for the beastly quadruple double, and get a lucky block there, which leaves the shot clock and the actual game clock basically at the same number, and it forces us to shoot, and that'll leave Michael Beasley wide open for a sick dunk with a lead pass, I know, but as you can see, Beasley stats for my entire team, quadruple double for me. Not a stats man, but that was pretty fun. I think that's my second one with campaign. But yeah, beat the Hawks, pretty good win. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and more videos this weekend.